Now, here you can see the position of the heart inside your body. And you can see that generally when we speak about the heart is cone in shape. You can look at my cursor and you can see that my cursor now points to a part of the heart which is called the apex of the heart. You can see the term here, the apex of the heart. This is the tip of the heart, okay? The end, the tip of the heart is called the apex, okay? And on the other hand, you could see my cursor just here. This is the base of the heart. So you have a base and you have an apex. It's kind of a cone. Of course, it's not perfectly coned, but these are general terms that we use, okay? So you can see that the heart lies comfortably between the two lungs, sitting on the diaphragm, okay? And if you remember our first lesson, can somebody tell me what is the region in which the heart sits? How do we call this region where the heart is placed between the lungs? Yes, Max.
The thoracic cavity. Is that right?
The thoracic cavity.
Yeah.
So
right?
The general place of course is the thoracic cavity. In the thoracic cavity, you have the lungs, you have your heart, you have blood vessels, you have many other things. But more accurately, how do we call the space between two of your lungs in which the heart lies? How is it called? Yes, Usman. Somebody? Gabriela? Usman or Gabriela? Somebody?
Is it mediastinum?
Yes, mediastinum. So please remember this term, mediastinum. Mediastinum, from the word medi, middle, is the space located between two of your lungs. This is where the heart sits, okay? And pay attention that the mediastinum has many, many other structure. For example, if you can look at my cursor here, you can see, just 1 second, I'm gonna give you to speak in a second. You can see that there's the heart in the mediastinum and you have big blood vessels. You can see other important organs. You can see here in the back where my cursor is the trachea connected to the lungs. See also the esophagus connecting to the stomach, and you will see some other organs, okay? So when I talk about mediastinum, guys, I don't only talk about the heart. I'm talking about big blood vessels and many other organs passing through. So the heart is located in the mediastinum between the two lungs. It lies on the diaphragm, okay? And you can see this is the general position of the heart. Justus, you had a question for me?
Yes, I just had a quick question. I know that there's also the pericardial cavity. What is the difference between the mediastinum? Is it just a greater term for it? Or
okay, we'll talk about it in a second. So you know that the lungs are actually enveloped in a cavity, in some kind of a tissue that we call the pleura. This is the pleural cavity. In a second, we will talk about the fact that the heart is also wrapped in an envelope, which is called pericardium, okay? So we say that the heart sits inside the pericardial cavity, and Justus asks us, what is the relationship between pericardial cavity and mediastinum, okay? Because I said the heart lies in the mediastinum. So the pericardial cavity is a part of the mediastinum, okay? So you have the mediastinum between the lungs. A part of it is called the pericardium, the pericardial cavity, if you want, and the heart sits inside the pericardial cavity, okay? That's the relationship. So it's correct to say that the heart lies in the pericardial cavity. It is also correct to say that the heart lies in the mediastinum. Both are correct, okay? So this is the idea. So let's advance. Let's talk a bit about the layers of the heart. Now, we'll start from the most obvious. The heart has several layers, which you have to remember by name. It is very important, okay? Now, the most obvious and the biggest of the layers is the red layer that you see here. You see here with my cursor, the red layer, the thickest one, is the muscle, the heart muscle itself. This is called the myocardium. Myo is M-Y-O, myocardium, okay? So the most thick layer of the heart is the myocardium. Sorry. Okay. And you can see that above the myocardium, okay, try to imagine that where my cursor is, you have the blood, okay? You see a very, very thin purplish layer that I'm going through over now. Do you see it? Do you see the layer I'm going over now? This is called the endocardium. Endocardium, it's right, easy to remember. Endo is inside the heart. Endocardium. The endocardium is a very thin layer. It is made of one layer of cells, just one layer of cells, okay? And these are actually the cells that line the inner cavity of the heart. Those are the cells which are in interaction with the heart and the blood itself, okay? This is the endocardium. Now, please recall our first lesson in anatomy, where we talked about different types of tissues. We talked about nervous tissue and muscular tissue and connective tissue, okay, and epithelial tissue, okay? What kind of tissue do you think the endocardium is of those four types? Attila, yes.
Is it epithelial tissue?
Yes. So, as I mentioned, tissues that are lining cavities, okay, that are facing the inner cavity of an organ are epithelial tissue. To be more specific, it has one layer of flat cells. Therefore, this is a simple, if you remember, simple means one layer, simple squamous epithelium. If you remember squamous epithelium, the cells are thin, okay, like very thin cells. So it is called simple squamous epithelium, and the endocard is a simple squamous epithelium that comes in contact with the blood inside the heart, okay? Obviously, as I mentioned, there you have there you have the myocardium, and the outermost layer of the heart is called the pericardium. Pericardium. Now, the pericardium is very important, guys, because the pericardium is a connective tissue that lines your heart from the outside, and it has two distinct parts. Now, that's very important to remember. The inner part of the pericardium is what we call serous pericardium. The serous pericardium is a double layer of cells. You have two layers of serous pericardium, two layers, very important to remember. And they're actually lining the heart, and they're actually making the flow much easier, okay? It makes the contraction of the heart much more easy, because it actually prevents friction. It also prevents infections from going to the heart. For example, if the lungs have an infection, it won't continuously touch the heart and infect the heart, because you have the pericardium protecting it, okay? So the serous pericardium is actually near the myocardium. There are two layers of cells, okay? And in between them, there is a tiny, tiny bit of liquid, okay? You don't usually see it. The two layers are very well stuck together. You don't see a difference between them, okay? But you have a bit of liquid, and it actually lubricates the movement of the heart, okay? So this is the serous pericardium.